what's going on? Jerome here along with Ryan, and today we have for you guys the Jerome and Ryan Show.
And I have this hilarious...
Wait, Ryan, why is it called the...
Kato just found out about our automatic trash can. Hey, Kato.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Jerome here along with Ryan, and today we have for you guys the Jerome and Ryan Show.
Because we're not good at coming up with show names.
And you also are not good at picking out hats. What do you got on your head though?
I lost a bet, so I have to wear this throughout the entire podcast.
That's a poop.
Is that what's on my head? Do I have poop on my head,
Yeah,
Jerome?
it looks like you're the wizard of poop. Today we're going to be talking about television superhero shows. So pretty much everything from the
I think
Flash.
all superhero shows. So
Okay,
like,
yeah, well,
is Netflix included in television?
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, we'll just say all superhero shows. We're talking
Anything
about
not
things,
movies.
Anything not movies.
TV
So like,
is doing this. Netflix is doing this.
these are actual graphs.
These
Right?
are realistic models, graphs. Okay?
No, but we're going to be taking a look at some of those, including shows like The Flash, Luke Cage, Daredevil, you name it. I mean, there's tons of them out there. We want to cover at least the ones that we watch.
And then new ones that we haven't watched. And I want to get their opinion on.
Like, I still want to see Jessica Jones. I haven't seen that yet.
I want to see Wonder Woman.
Is that actually going to be... That's a show coming out, right?
Yeah,
No,
I think
it's
it's
a movie.
No, but they have a
it's
show coming out, too.
There's a show coming out. Or
Let me do my
Supergirl?
research.
Supergirl's definitely
Supergirl.
It's Supergirl.
Yeah, Supergirl's
not
definitely
Wonder
coming
Woman.
out.
Sorry, Supergirl. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, it's going to be pretty cool. So, Ryan, talk about which one is your favorite. I know you're a big fan of Daredevil and Gotham.
Okay,
but...
so obviously, I'm a huge Batman fan. If you already know me and have known me for a while, I love Batman. I am Batman. So, Gotham, I love watching because it shows the pre-story.
Wait, you're Batman?
Oh, did I say that on camera?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you could tell him you're going to be the Batman.
I mean, I'm Ryan.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Now they'll never know.
Yeah, they're not.
Anyways, why I like Gotham is because it kind of foreshadows everything that happens in later Batman movies, and basically it follows the detective who worked with Bruce to help find out who murdered his parents. And so it starts as Bruce being a young kid, and he kind of, his parents, well, you guys all know the Batman story, so this isn't even a spoiler. His parents are killed in front of him, murdered, and it follows the detective and the crime and stuff that goes up all around like Gotham, and they include and foreshadow a lot of characters like Harley Quinn and the Joker and things like that in the series. And it also kind of follows Bruce as he's young, and you get to see him kind of transition into this young normal kid to, after his parents are killed, he becomes kind of like, I mean, a little bit crazy, kind of goes a little bit crazy.
I mean, the thing I like about it the most is that it focuses around, I found at least, more so the character development of the supervillains than it does the superheroes.
It does, definitely. But there is, like, the only superhero character development is Bruce, but he's so young that he's a kid, so he's just kind of overcoming and beginning to overcome fears.
Exactly. And not to spoil anything, but it also kind of shows, so I'm not going to say who these people are, but it'll show people in the show that you have no idea are going to end up being said characters.
Correct.
But like over time you'll notice they start acting like them, and then throughout the show people like the Riddler come out, the Joker comes out, Scarecrow comes out.
I think Penguin is actually one of my favorite characters in that show, and it's
he's the only one that right at the gates too. They go, his name is the Penguin.
Yeah,
like episode 1 or 2.
So you know this, you know the foreshadowing for that, and you just wonder like, how is this guy gonna get into a position of power throughout this? And it kind of gives you something to look forward to. And like I said about the Batman thing, it's like, you know, Bruce is this little kid and stuff, but right as soon as everything happens, you see Alfred come in, and Alfred's a little bit younger. He's not, you know, super old at this point. And, you know, Bruce is just standing there, and he's just burning himself with a candle and just, like, testing his pain and stuff. And Alfred's like, what the heck are you doing? You know, wrapping it up in bandages. And that kind of foreshadows why Batman becomes such a badass, pretty much.
Exactly. So it's really cool. So it's kind of like, imagine a superhero show before the superhero exists. So it's just supervillains and normal cops and detectives trying to stop it.
But the cop is the main character of this one, which is kind of odd because this is, I guess... Is it a superhero TV show? We just opened up.
It is.
You guys let us know. Like, do you think that would be considered a superhero TV show?
I think so. It's the origin story of a superhero.
So it's Yeah, let's classify that as one. But if you haven't seen it, go check out Gotham. So there we go. None of this is sponsored, by the way. So we're
we're just huge superhero fans. I am the biggest Flash fan you'll ever meet.
And I think that's where we should transition now because we just covered Batman.
And speaking of none of these superhero shows are sponsored, here's a message from one of our sponsors.
A real sponsor.
And now, a message from GameFly. Are you ready to save money and play more games? Then let me introduce you to GameFly.
Thanks. Did you see him there? Nope. Ooh, retro. Very sharp. Same time next week.
You bet.
Thank you, Larry.
GameFly. Play all your favorite console games. Over 9,000 titles, free shipping, and no late fees. Start your free trial at GameFly.com today. Products rated E through M.
Just go to GameFly.com, pick out your favorite games, and have them mailed directly to your door. Wow, yeah, so Ryan, anyway, back to the show. What we're going to be doing right now is talking a little bit more about other shows like The Flash and things like that.
Can they take me seriously, though, with this on?
No! You're wearing a tank top and a poop hat.
Tootie, can I take this off yet? I think the tank top's fine. Posh? Poop hat, maybe not so much.
The poop hat.
Tootie's is sad.
He's sad.
Tootie's is sad. We have some sad people in the room who are upset that I took the poop hat off. But we need to talk about The Flash right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
And this is going to be intense.
So The Flash is my favorite superhero.
No spoilers.
But without spoiling the show, pretty much it follows around The Flash, how he got his powers, how he stops evil villains, and I guess the development of Star Labs, which is kind of like the group of people that work with The Flash, or Barry Allen as he's, known in the real world,
Flash
on
is Barry
developing
Allen.
these powers.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. And it's just interesting to see because the one reason I like it so much is unlike other superheroes where they have this invincibility complex, this kind of I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest. The Flash, I feel like actually accurately reflects how a normal person would feel given these powers.
Yeah,
He has a
all
lot
of
of
a sudden,
doubt. He has a
yeah.
lot of fears.
He's not full, he's not confident in his powers as much as Batman.
Exactly.
Things like that. Or at least that's how they portray him in
the show. In the show.
In the comics, he's a lot more sarcastic and stuff.
Well, the one thing I noticed, because after the show I started going back and watching older anime style movies, I guess, or
He's always the
cartoons
funny prank guy kind of thing.
He's the funny prank guy, but he's also usually huge, buff, ready to go.
But that's what I like about the Flash show is that it's Barry Allen. He's this kind of, I guess, introverted character. He doesn't have giant muscles like me. He doesn't,
Nice plug there for your guns, right?
When the clowns come, Jerome.
When the Joker comes.
When the Joker comes, oh my god.
What if that's what all these weird clown sightings are about? What if it's the Joker?
Oh my god. And he's just leading them?
Yeah.
Well, then, time to go get my suit ready.
That's the thing I like the most about it. So on a given episode, when he goes to fight these villains, you don't actually know if he'll win. Genuinely, sometimes you're kind of I don't know if he's gonna do this one. I don't think he can do it.
But on a scale though, that's kind of also what kind of makes it a little bit upsetting is that they do make it so that is he gonna win, is he not gonna win? And they do make very dramatic things, some main characters will die off and stuff, and I like that about it. But the Flash is the scientifically proven to be invincible. He can't be stopped.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
Yeah. So that's one thing for sure. That's
but at
a
the
little
beginning,
bit,
he doesn't know that.
If you can't film that. You can't just have. It's like One Punch Man. It's you just destroy everybody.
He just never loses.
which is a transitional thing too, where we can talk about the next show that I want to talk about, which is Green Arrow.
Oh, I totally thought you were going to say One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
I was
No.
like, Ryan, that's not a real.
No,
I mean, he's not a real superhero.
But they did get renewed for another season, so that's
Tootie's
news.
in the background right now, looking at me like,
A little bit
he's
sad.
not.
What do you mean he's not a real superhero?
Fine, he's a comedic anime superhero. How about that?
He's
Okay,
the realist.
We'll give him that.
He's like Aang from Avatar, but like on super steroids.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically it's more so a satire than it is an actual show.
Yeah.
And
We're
it's-
talking about One Punch Man,
Yeah,
not Green
the
Arrow.
Green Arrow. The Green Arrow is a satire. No, it's actually a really depressing show. But
It's crazy.
Anyway, it's like a satire where pretty much it follows around the main character, One Punch Man, and
Right.
he just goes around and defeats the evilest of bad bosses with one punch.
Yeah.
that's
That's
his
it.
power.
Like,
that's all he does. He's just one
Three-headed
punch.
dragon takes out a whole city, just punches them.
Yeah, and a bit
then
of this epic build up for the fight, and it'll just be like,
It's unbelievable.
Everything explodes
So definitely
and-
check that out.
Yeah, it's
But
actually funny.
To transition from what we were talking about, Flash, how he's like pretty much invincible.
Yeah.
Well, then we have a superhero who's also not a superhero, kind of like a Batman story, where I would compare Batman and the Green Arrow, where they're normal people, they don't have super abilities, but they're
Yeah.
still superheroes.
And Iron
the Green
Man.
Arrow makes, and Iron Man, exactly, yeah. The Green Arrow makes a lot of appearances in the show The Flash. So if you're watching The Flash and you're watching Green Arrow, I would actually suggest probably watching them at the same time.
oh yeah, and arguably as well, Marvel does the same thing with theirs, like Luke Cage with Jessica Jones.
See, I didn't even get to watch those yet, so I'm excited to watch those.
Oh yeah. I watched them out of order, and everyone hates me.
Oh, really?
You're supposed to watch Jessica Jones first, and then you're supposed to watch Luke Cage. But I watched Luke Cage first, and now everyone wants to kill me.
I bet you everyone who just watched this just checked their phone because they thought that was their phone that went off, Jerome.
It was Ryan's phone.
It was my phone. Anyways, well, we were talking about the Green Arrow, and he makes an appearance in The Flash. And one thing I was talking about, it being a little bit unrealistic, is Green Arrow and Flash get in a fight.
Oh yeah.
And the Green Arrow doesn't even have a gun. He literally has arrows. So, I mean, he outsmarts him to beat him, but he doesn't really. I'm not going to spoil anything, but to even compete, he has to outsmart him. But even when he outsmarts him, it's a little bit ridiculous, because what are you going to do against the Flash when you are already taking it a step back and saying, no, I don't want to use guns,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use bow and arrow. Like that, you're even going slower.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's
The Flash you're pulling back like this, and you're already dead. You're already dead. You're done.
yeah. No, I mean, that's the cool part about it too, though. Is I like to categorize those ones as, I guess, realistic superheroes. Not in the sense
Yeah.
that like what they do is realistic, but the fact that like it gives off that vibe that any person can be
do
a
it.
superhero.
Right, exactly.
I like those the
Green
most.
Arrow,
For,
Batman, and what did you say? What was
Banana Man. You know, Ryan, One Punch Man's origin story is similar. It's something along the lines
Yeah.
of he just kept doing push-up, sit-ups, and running around for a long time
No, Jerome.
until he lost his hair.
In
and
the
then it said he was.
in the series, they say, "How did you become so strong?" This guy comes up and asks him, and it zooms into his face, and he goes, "Every single day, I did 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups for an entire year." And that's his origin story. Now he can defeat everything with one punch. So if you guys want to try it, it's pretty much impossible to do that many push-ups and that many sit-ups in a day, right?
Obviously.
Obviously impossible.
I have no idea how anyone would do that.
No way.
No, but yeah, I mean, I always liked superheroes that, like, I had the feeling that, like, one day, like, if you do enough, you could do something like Iron Man's just really, really smart. Batman,
Yeah.
he's just really strong, powerful. Green Arrow, he's got, like, that natural instinct to him. He's strong. All of them, though, are real people at the end of the day. Like, they don't have powers. They're not augmented in some way. They just use their wits.
I think
and make
that's
some cool
I think that's the big
gadgets.
thing about the TV series too, is that you kind of have to make it like that, because a lot of this is story. A lot of the TV shows compared to movies or things like that, they're way more storyline based. They, get into character development a lot more like than any other movie, because they don't have this crazy budget where it's just a bunch of action scenes. They'll do a couple action scenes of this in these shows, but
Yeah.
you need 40 minutes of not CGI, or else it wouldn't be possible to crank out an episode every single week for, you know, however long the series is.
Exactly. But you know what? One thing's actually funny you mentioned that, where like they need that kind of like progression or whatever. There's one show I'm watching. I'm like 7 episodes in, and I've been loving it so far.
Narcos?
Narcos, yeah, Pablo Escobar.
He's our superhero Pablo Escobar.
No, but
Don't watch that show unless you're 18 or older.
that's a good show though.
It's a good show though.
Is that really the rating? Is 18 or older?
I'm just gonna say that because
Okay, well, yeah.
just in case.
It's good show, but yeah, definitely don't watch it if you're younger. But no, yeah, you get him, Kato.
Come here, bear boy, come here. You want to be in the podcast? Come on, Kato, guys. He wants to be. We have a bear. We have a new mascot. Kato, get up here. Come here. Come on, up. Get up here. This is our mascot. He's a bear that we trained. He's actually. I'm a superhero, and what my skill is that I can tame.
This could be the most
wild
random
animals.
thing to say, but like his head is huge. Like he can eat my entire hand.
He will. You better watch it. Watch. He'll eat my entire hand. Good boy. Eat my hand. Eat my hand. Oh, there it is. Oh, God. Ah! Good boy. Now back to the show. So Luke Cage is a superhero who's just bulletproof. That's it?
Yeah, so Luke Cage's superpower pretty much is that he's bulletproof, and the point of the show is that he goes around Harlem beating up just pretty much gangsters and things like that, using his superpowers, trying to stop.
Does he have
crime.
any extra, like, is he super strong?
Yeah, he's super strong and he's bulletproof. He's just kind of like,
So
imagine
like
the Hulk.
Superman, but a little bit less.
Yeah, like imagine like the Hulk except in like a human body,
Okay.
just like normal.
Just like, kind of like me.
Yeah, just like you, Ryan. No, but he's basically like the Hulk inside of a human body. He's almost impossible to take down.
I'm gonna
And
watch this.
The one question I have about the show, though, is like it is very entertaining, but I'm kind of curious, like into season 2 or 3, if they do that, or later on to season 1. Like, am I ever gonna get bored of just watching a guy walk up to people, shoot at him, and he just takes bullets, goes, no, and just slaps him?
Yeah, I think after a while, I mean, they're gonna have
I don't
tanks
know.
and it's gonna be a full episode of people just testing out. FPS Russia comes back and he's just testing out bullets on this guy. I don't know how you can make that.
No, I mean they've answered a little bit, like only 6-7 episodes in, and they have like one thing that can stop him. But the way that they show it doesn't seem like it's something they can do multiple times.
What is it?
I can't give it away.
But there's one thing that could stop him. All right,
Apparently.
it's like a kryptonite type thing.
Yeah, imagine like a rare like kryptonite style thing, where it's just kind of like, I mean,
A thing?
The way that they put it out there, it's not like something anyone can just get. And I'm like, so is this like a one-time thing, or is this like going to be his?
But it
new-
can be stopped.
Technically, yeah. I mean, but it's a little ridiculous.
But it's good to watch.
It's great, yeah. It's
Okay,
awesome.
let's before we get into our Q&A, what's your absolute favorite show?
Out of all of them, The Flash. Oh, for sure.
I think I don't know. It's tough. Flash, yeah. I think
really?
Flash is really good. Yeah, I like Flash. It's just It's just kind of mindless entertainment.
Yeah.
So like when you just like, and there's so many episodes of it. It's just. I think it's a good show. Green Arrow's good, but it also.
Oh, one more superhero that I don't think has any like crazy augmented powers. I could be wrong. I haven't seen it. Daredevil. Didn't he just?
Oh my
like,
gosh!
Get, like,
I can't believe we didn't
ultra-sensitivity?
talk about Daredevil. Daredevil is such a cool one. Oh my gosh! So the thing that's cool about Daredevil, if you don't know, Daredevil's actually completely blind. However, he uses his heightened senses to fight crime, and he's a total badass because he gets hurt, but like really bad. But it actually shows him getting hurt. It's not like he gets hurt and he's good the next day. It's like he gets a whooping. Like every time he gets in a fight, there's this fight scene from Daredevil that I will never forget where he legitimately fights about 20 people, but it's realistic in the sense that there's probably like 7 people he still has to fight left, and he's so tired and exhausted that he's just like using their bodies to kind of like fight each other because he's so tired. By the last guy, he literally just drops to the ground and he's like just dead. And it's like one of the coolest, and it's all taken in one shot, so it's really
so
cool.
Yeah.
I gotta actually show that to you. I'll look it up.
Cool.
But if you want a sense of that, look up Daredevil fight scene, best fight scene or something like that. I'm sure there's some on YouTube.
Cool.
But let's get right into the Q&A. I think
Yeah,
this is
so
gonna
we
be fun.
tweeted out, asked people to tweet us their favorite questions that they want to ask us about superhero shows, and we had a bunch of them in there, sometimes a little off topic, but someone wants to know, besides The Flash, who is your favorite superhero? I guess for you, besides Batman, who is your favorite superhero?
Besides Batman, my favorite superhero.
I think if I had to pick a favorite, I would probably pick Iron Man. I love Iron Man, and I like the idea that like if anyone's smart enough, they can like make these cool machines
They could
and
be
stuff.
whatever.
And, yeah,
this
I
is
like
gonna
that.
sound really lame, but I just love the water so much. I wish I could breathe underwater all the time. I love
So
diving.
Aquaman?
So Aquaman would be
That's
so cool.
surprising.
I mean, come on, dude. You're underwater. You're just like, all right.
I
you
want
know
an
what?
Aquaman
Peace
show.
out. You just jump into the water, and you're just like riding an orca.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It'd be pretty sweet.
And then you get to go home to Atlantis
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
you want.
That'd be so sick. Gosh, that would be cool. All right.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Makes you wonder, guys.
It does make you wonder. Who is your favorite villain and why? My favorite of all time.
Wait, on TV shows or just superheroes in general?
We'll do superheroes in general, yeah.
All time?
But my favorite is definitely Grodd. So for those of you that don't know, Grodd is a supervillain of The Flash, where pretty much he...
Harambe?
He's basically a giant Harambe. No, he's a
get it.
gorilla that they did like scientific and military testing
Why do you
on.
like him so much?
Because he's just so cool. He's like one of the strongest villains like ever. He literally ran as a giant gorilla.
I know he is. I've seen it.
Yeah. So they tested on
Still
him,
don't-
and then after the superpowers went off, he can basically read minds. He can control people's minds. He can use psychic abilities. He's just giant, powerful, and I'm just like, this guy's almost. I just love him. I think he's cool.
I don't know.
it's
When I think villains, like really like crazy, like out there, like best villain of all time, I think Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Heath Ledger did a great job.
I mean, that is just the like villain. This is just like so awesome because he does. Also, the Joker doesn't have superpowers. He can't do anything special. So it's a super villain, but he's like just so nuts and out there and just wants disorder and chaos, but also has a little bit of storyline and character development where he had issues as a child and he kind of wants the world to see like this is the messed up world that you're living in. So as much as he's a villain, you can also see like almost
Why?
some good like why he's doing it to show people like how messed up the world really is, you know.
He's not a good guy. Let's be real here. I don't think he has good intentions.
He doesn't have good intentions, but he's cool. He gets you like, wow, that is an evil villain for sure.
Okay, let me see. So, this one's an interesting one. What's your favorite experience with a superhero? And they give the sense of like a comic, TV show, game, movie. So, like, what's the best way you like to experience the whole superhero thing? For me, I actually like the TV shows because they allow for a lot, like the movies are more action-packed, like they're great, but the shows actually allow for more like character development, a little more behind the scenes, and you get to know their lives. So I say that, or the games. I love like Injustice. I like that game.
game's
It's
ridiculous.
a superhero beat 'em up. All right, but Ryan, one last question real quick we'll answer, is opinions on the Avenger movies.
Loved the first one, two. Loved the first two.
Okay.
Then it started getting a little ridiculous, and then there was a lot of. Kago loves the second two. That's why he's.
That's
why he's disagreeing.
That's
with us
why
right
he's just
now.
so mad.
Kato, I'm
See,
sorry.
I don't know. I like the latest one. I thought it was cool.
I think it's still really awesome. I think they're
Yeah.
all really still cool, but I just think Iron Man is just the coolest. So.
Okay. I like the latest one because they introduced the Black Panther into the whole movie scene. You got it, Ryan? Uh-oh, Kato's back.
Hey guys, what do you think, Kato? He's like, oh, now this is my happy place.
There we go. So, no, I did like that they introduced a new character into the scene. I mean, obviously, he's been a superhero for years, but, you know, they didn't really bring him into movies or
Who?
TV. Black Panther.
Oh, yeah. I also like the new Spider-Man in the newest Avengers.
That's cool, too.
That was cool.
And I can't wait, by the way, not just a little off topic of the Avengers, but the Justice League's coming out of the movie. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
gonna be
because
cool.
Batman, I did see that. At the end of, if you watch all the newest DC movies, then you'll see at the very, very end, if you stay, that you'll see that Batman starts to put together a Justice League style team.
That's pretty cool.
Sorry, I'm
That's
laughing because
super
the
cool.
dog's growling.
But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Jerome Ryan Show. We hope you all enjoyed. If you did like it, comment down below what we should cover in the next week's episode. And apart from that, Ryan... I think that's it. Take care, bud. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, a message from GameFly. Are you ready to save money and play more games? Then let me introduce you to GameFly.
Thanks. Can you see in there? Nope. Ooh, retro. Very sharp. Same time next week.
You bet.
Thank you, Larry.
GameFly. Play all your favorite console games. Over 9,000 titles, free shipping, and no late fees. Start your free trial at GameFly.com today. Products rated E through M.
Just go to GameFly.com, pick out your favorite games, and have them mailed directly to your door.